Leadership is a skill. Merely being in a position of leadership does not make one a good leader. Even great salespeople need to be led. The objective of ELM is to properly educate leaders to train and maintain your sales staff, increasing your profits, and that's the bottom line. This is the power of it.
Congratulations on implementing the TNT at your dealership. This will be a new process for you as a leader, although the concept and theory are relatively easy to comprehend. Your personal work habits, although, and your dealership's culture are likely to resist change once the excitement and emotion have dissipated. The success of the TNT process in your dealership is not your salesperson's responsibility. It's all yours. You must become as familiar with and as confident in the TNT process as you are with the meet and greet approach, the walk-around presentation, and the close and structure of a deal. If you do not learn the process, practice it, and lead by example, you invite imminent failure and loss, leaving you with only one alternative: to blame somebody else. There's only one way for the TNT process to fail, and that's to not do it. What do you believe, really? How many times have you caught yourself saying, I can't get my salespeople to do that? Is it possible that we are not willing to complete the task ourselves? Or to put it another way, we're not willing to lead by example? And whether we like it or not, our example and leadership is what it is. In a lesson from history, consider General Howland Mad Smith, who in World War II led a few good men in a seemingly impossible attack on the sands of Iwo Jima. They succeeded in planting the U.S. flag at the top of Mount Suribachi and making a lasting impression on the world. This courageous act rallied the morale of every American, and it was because one man in the position of leadership was willing to do just that: lead. People are only as good as their leadership. A key contributing factor to a salesperson's success is more than desire, attitude, and drive. It's that one individual commanding the company, jumping out of the trench of safety and yelling at the top of his lungs, "Marines, follow me!" Hoorah. In the dealership world, the trench is the everyday rut known as mediocrity. And that someone who jumps up and yells, "Follow me," has got to be you. No one's willing to charge up that hill until someone has the courage to lead. Who's shooting at you? Okay, so you see the connection. Simply being promoted to any level of management for your excellent sales performance does not mean you are a natural-born leader. Leadership is a skill that requires tenacious patience. Think about that for just a moment. I've got 6 children. I wasn't born a daddy. I'm a father. That kind of came naturally. But a daddy? That's another thing, and you dads understand exactly what I'm talking about. Consider the words of Henry Ford. Whether you think you can or think you can't, you are right. It's not news to you that the average child does not grow up saying, "Hey, Mom, Dad, when I grow up, I want to be a car salesman." But think of how much we'd save in tuition, though. On the contrary, they're going to be police officers, firefighters, doctors, lawyers. It's interesting to note that 80% of the college graduates today work for someone who never graduated from high school, while 85% of college graduates never go on to work in their field of study. Why? A lack of direction? There's nothing like a talented person without a goal or target. They're like an unguided missile. Eventually, they're going to hit something as a career. You guessed it. Probably car salesman. Why? Because this is a crossroads career. No one plans to get in it, let alone stay in it. And it's no secret that the average salesperson assists only 1 out of 5 potential clients who walk into your showroom floor in making a purchasing decision, in spite of the fact that we know that 4 out of those 5 purchase in 48 to 72 hours. The question is, how did they miss these 3 other opportunities? 1, they never asked for the sale. 2, they never followed up. The reason? No confidence, which comes from fear. Fear of rejection. It infects the 20-year veteran as well as the rookie or green pea. We all know that the average sales professional only sells 8 units a month, which, by the way, is too weak. I mean 2 a week. And if they can out-survive the rest of the sales force, flash. This industry has the highest attrition rate of any profession in the nation. We'll make them a manager if they can out-survive everybody else. Now that's leadership. The blind leading the blind, keeping an eye out for each other. And these are the same people still dictating the still unchanged ethics of this industry, actually scaring good, qualified, well-mannered people away from our business. The missing ingredient? Pride. Acronym for personal responsibility and daily excellence. Not ego. That's short for edging God out. And I'm not God, and neither are you. I'm certain by now someone is offended. Attacking your personal integrity is not my intent. Maintaining my own full-time job. I am, however, suggesting that you be a part of the solution, that you and we can all revolutionize this industry with honor, integrity, and dignity. The average sales professional is not properly trained or maintained. How can they then personally be sustained? Like it or not, he or she is a reflection of your leadership, your example. So lead by example. Inspect what you expect or expect nothing. The TNT process will improve your ability to communicate effectively and confidently. It will also eliminate the fear factor, which is an acronym for false evidence appearing real. Imagine yourself becoming an excellent communicator on the phone or to people you've never met in the field in front of small audiences or in the service lounge with clients you've never met owning 3 to 5-year-old vehicles. Then just how good would you be at communicating with the 3 that usually get away in the 1 out of 5 scenario? Remember, you don't get what you don't ask for. Hey. We dress in expensive clothes. We have all the clever lines and charisma and charm. We drive the right cars, etc. But we're still just car salesmen. Or are we? We assist the American buying public in the second largest purchasing decision they make, and they do it every 3 to 5 years. And no matter what anybody says about me or you or what they think, none of them walked to work this morning. Real leadership is found as an ultimate image sales professional.
People are only as good as their leadership. ELM is dependent upon the performance of the management team. TNT will be new to your dealership, and as with anything new, there will be resistance. The success of the TNT processes will fall on the shoulders of leadership. You must become as proficient and confident with these processes as you are with closing and structuring a deal. Your leadership will inspire your sales professionals to follow your example. There is only one way for TNT to fail in your dealership, and that is to not follow it. Leadership is a skill that requires tenacious patience. The TNT processes will improve your ability to communicate not only with potential clients, but with your sales professionals as well. It will also eliminate the fear factor of the unknown. Imagine yourself becoming an excellent communicator on the phone to people you've never met, in front of small or large audiences in the service lounge. Just how good would you be at communicating with the 4 out of 5 that got away on the showroom floor? Remember, no matter what they say or think, none of them walked to work this morning.